Hey everyone, and welcome to FuturePro Learning. So, for our first time together, I wanted to do something a little different. I want to share my personal ACCA journey with you, the real story, the struggles, and, well, how it all led me to create this very channel.
So let's rewind to January 2025. That's when I decided, okay, I'm doing this. I was going to go all in and self-study for the ACCA exams. Now, here's the catch. My background is in engineering. My entire world was built on formulas, hard logic, things that have a right or wrong answer, not balance sheets.
And when I first cracked open those textbooks, wow, I was completely lost. It seriously felt like stepping into a different universe, one with a totally new language, new rules. The logic was just different. For a second there, I really wondered if I'd made a huge mistake. But, I decided to push through. I started with F3, financial accounting, and to my surprise, things actually started to click. The structure, the clear rules, the way everything had to balance out, it was like a puzzle that my analytical mind could finally grab onto.
So after about 3 months of just grinding it out, I passed F3 in March with a 78. And let me tell you, that first pass was a huge boost. It gave me the confidence I really needed. So next up was F2, management accounting. It was definitely tougher, but it still had those patterns I could understand. And in June, I passed that with a 68. 2 down? Not bad, right?
I was feeling pretty good. I felt like I was on a roll, like I'd finally figured out the system. And then I started studying for F1, business and technology. And my journey just hit a brick wall. See, F1 was a completely different beast. There were no formulas to lean on, no calculations, no numbers to crunch. It was just pure theory. Endless pages of definitions and paragraphs that felt impossible to get through. I had hit this massive theory wall. My progress just ground to a total halt. Every single time I tried to sit down and study, I'd just lose focus. I kept telling myself, okay, for real, I'll start tomorrow. But you know how that goes. Those tomorrows turned into 6 long, frustrating months of getting absolutely nowhere.
And it got to a point where I really started to question myself. You know those thoughts, maybe I'm just not cut out for this. Maybe my engineering brain just isn't wired for this kind of learning. But deep down, I knew quitting wasn't the answer. I couldn't.
So in a moment of, I guess you could call it desperation, I did something a little crazy. I just booked the exam. That's it. I set a hard deadline, hoping that the pressure would force me to figure something out. And believe me, the pressure was definitely on.
And that's when it happened. That's when I had this moment that didn't just change my studies, it honestly changed my entire mindset about how we learn things.
I was just scrolling online, literally 5 days away from my exam, feeling completely hopeless. And then I stumbled across this tool that was about to change everything for me. It was called Google NotebookLM. I uploaded all my messy study notes into it, and this thing, it just started spitting out summaries and really simple explanations. And for the first time in 6 months, all of that dense theory started to make sense. It was like the fog just lifted. The logic behind it all finally clicked.
So in just those last 5 days, I was able to absorb everything I had been struggling with for half a year. I walked into that exam feeling more prepared than I ever thought I would be. And the result? I passed. I passed F1 with 79 marks. Unbelievable.
And that whole experience taught me one of the most valuable lessons of my entire life. Success isn't just about being smart. It's about being willing to try new things, to change your strategy when something's not working, and most importantly, to never, ever give up.
That moment really did change everything for me. It made me realize that there must be so many other students out there struggling just like I was. And that is exactly why I started FuturePro Learning. This channel was born directly from that struggle. So here, you're going to find everything that I wish I had when I was starting out. We're talking full courses, simple breakdowns of really tough topics, practice quizzes, and real study strategies that actually work. We're starting with F1, F2, and F3, but trust me, we're going to go far beyond that.
My goal is really simple. I want to help you learn smarter, not just harder. I want to save you time, help you really understand these concepts faster, and give you the confidence you absolutely need to walk in and pass your exams. So if you've ever felt stuck or unmotivated or just totally overwhelmed by your studies, you're in the right place. This channel is for you. This is our community. And if you want to join this community, it's super simple. Please like this video. It really does help support the channel. Subscribe so you don't miss out on any lessons. And please, share your thoughts in the comments below.
I genuinely want to know what you're struggling with. Let me know how I can make these videos better, how I can make learning even easier for you, because this isn't just my journey anymore, it's ours.
Thank you so much for listening to my story. Together, let's make your ACCA journey a huge success. Welcome to FuturePro Learning, where we're helping you build your future one lesson at a time.